All right, today we're going to talk about how to foam a cushion. First things to do is number one, look at any information you got in front of you. It says replace foam in existing cushions, 8 of them. Then it goes into more detail. Got the size 42 by 15 by 3 and 52 by 15 by 3. There's 4 of each. I know some details. I know they're back cushions, which typically get a softer foam. So I checked the existing foam, which is pretty squishy. So it's a back foam. So we're gonna replace it with a comparable back foam. It's just new. It's important to know why the customer is wanting to change, because if it's really soft, some people really like that, but if it's too soft, like it's up against the board and you can feel the board, then they want something a little bit firmer. But once you get all that figured out, you grab your cushion cover, kind of verify some details, look at the boxing size. This is a 3 inches. So same size as the foam that would be going in. You want to look at the crowning, if it has any. Basically means that instead of sewing a straight line in the corner, you've allowed for some flex so that when the foam is thicker, it puffs out and it pulls those sides in so that it's still straight in the end. And so in this case, they do have a little bit of crowning, though not much. If you were to put a ruler straight across or a straight edge, you got a straight piece of cardboard here, then you can tell that the seam sticks out roughly 1 inch here, and on the bottom it's pretty close to straight. Sides are sticking out about 1/2 inch. So there's probably a decent amount of crowning built into this. And looking at the old cushion, they had about 1 inch of batting on both sides of their foam. So that's about the kind of allowance that you're gonna go for here. If it's a brand new cushion and you're trying to do this, you need to get used to the typical crowning and know if it's deviated from that at all. But once you get to that point, then you get to start cutting the foam and getting it ready to stuff into this cover. So we verify corner to corner that it's 14 inches. The best way is to flip it inside out, because then you're going from sewn corner to sewn corner instead of just trying to get an idea from the front. Fabric stretch and everything else comes into play with this as well. So looking at it lying flat, it's about 14.5, but it easily stretches to 15. So we're gonna roll with that 15-inch number, just assuming that that measurement is the space that this is going in and that it needs to hit that number again. And 40 too long puts us just short of this cover on side to side, so that's kind of an interesting result. Again, it's important to question these, but you'll get to a familiarity with the style that the office is giving you. If they're giving you finished dimensions that are always accurate, then you can raise the flag if it's out of the ordinary, but most of the time it's good to just roll with what they give you, as long as it fits the cover in the end as well. And we can double check the foam size on the existing cushion, make sure that we're hitting what the cushion was designed for. Now we'll get into cutting foam and wrapping it in Dacron. We'll show you how that's to be done, what tools to use, and then we'll go to stuffing it. Cut a new piece of foam, and just to show you how to kind of verify a measurement, this is the old cushion. A little hard to tell what's going on here. It's a little bit longer on top than it is on bottom, and it's likely just due to this outside ticking cover kind of busting and being loose. So if we come across here, on the bottom it's 41 inches. On the top, if we kind of push that in a little bit, it's about 42 inches. So likely this is supposed to finish around 42. The height of this, again, kind of slightly compressing the foam, is about 15 inches. The finished thickness is about 4 inches with the Dacron or batting in place. So now we know what we're doing. So here's our new piece of foam. And again, we're 42 inches by 15 inches by 3 inches. So knowing that 15 inches is our finished height, we don't want to have a ton of bulk on the top. You could cut off maybe a 1/4 inch because batting smushes almost to nothing, but just know that you don't want to add too much bulk to the top. You could also put Dacron on the front and the back face instead of having it on the top. By having it across the top and rolling the Dacron really gives it a nice edge that won't kind of flake off or cause problems in the future if they stuff and unstuff the cushions. And it'll lay nicely so that the selvage can go against it. And it's a little bit rounded. It's just a nicer appearance rather than having something so square and having your Dacron potentially peeling off on those edges, making it harder to stuff as well. So if you did need to cut it, obviously you grab your foam saw, grab your foam, mark it out, using squares to try to keep your edges square as much as possible. Foam is never completely square, so you have to make some adjustments, especially on the ends. If it's way out of square, cut the end before you make a square mark across the foam. That just keeps it a little bit nicer. We mark it with a Sharpie, and then after you've marked it, you can cut it. Usually I like to line up before you even mark it up against the square edge so that you know you've got something square to work off. Mark it out, cut it out using your foam saw, and then you're on to the next step, Dacron. You can just measure this and cut it accordingly. So if we were to say, okay, this is 15 by 3 by 15, so that would be 15 times 2, which is 30, plus 3, which is 33. So you got a 33 inch by 42 inch square that you'd want to cut out, or rectangle. And then you could glue that on. And if you're doing a lot of cushions, that's the way to go because you'll spend less time, cutting around your foam and things like that. If you're doing one cushion or it's a little odd shape, you just kind of put it on the Dacron and cut as you go. And I'll show you how that's done here. So we're going to use less, have less waste, and you always want to look at maximizing that space. Or if you can do it the other way and still use the other piece for something else, that's good too. Line this side up on the edge, which is reasonably square. Dacron is not completely square, so you gotta look at that. And then we can come over here, grab our glue. This is a contact adhesive. It's meant for foam and Dacron, things with polyurethane in them. You have to make sure you get a good glue. You can get them in cans. This one's in a spray bottle. And then you go to spray the foam and get your foam adhered to the Dacron, because if you don't, it'll just slide around in the cover and look terrible over time. So you want a good bond, but you don't want to cake it on. You want to have a good amount without overdoing it. And I'll kind of show you that in just a minute. But you start spraying, get your gun dialed up, and then start spraying. You just want it to be barely adhered in place. Doesn't need much. If it doesn't come off on the edges, it won't come off in the middle. I'll kind of show you what this looks like now. Okay, so you can see that it's a little thicker on the edges, a little lighter in the middle. This is pretty light. I'd usually go a little bit thicker than this. So let's show you what I would typically do. Anytime you're cutting through glue, it's good to put a little silicone spray on your scissors so they don't gum up. And then we come over here and start trimming. I like to trim a little bit before I roll it because it makes it easier to cut after. So then you roll it, get it on there. It's got a nice rounded edge after rolling it. It's mostly square, but it just puts a little radius on it. And if you roll it nice and even together, it's even all the way across, it ends up looking pretty good. inside that cover. And then cut the rest of that Dacron away, and we can stuff our cushion. It's important to have good principles here while you're doing your foam so that when you stuff your cushion, you know that it should work. And sometimes you run into a cushion that's a little harder to stuff and you just want to make sure that you know it's not the foam that's the issue. And you want to have that Dacron come all the way to the edge. Some cushions you'd want to put Dacron on the side as well if it's exposed on the ends. But if it's in the middle of arms or something like that, typically we don't. I'll show you what it looks like when we're done here. Get that Dacron away from me so it's not attacking me. And usually I'll stuff one side and then I'll get the foam and bend it so that it goes in a little easier on the other side. And then you can kind of get this into this side and kind of straighten it out. Then you've got your cushion inside. Then it's just a matter of tucking the selvage, getting it all the way to each corner. If it's not in the corner, where you've got a lump, kind of smooth it, grab it, pull it to the corner, and you'll have your finished cushion.